It is the American Express halftime report. The only half will see Kevin Durant. Should there have been a foul call there? Clearly seems that way, right?
No, I mean, even if it's a foul call, but that's a bad ejection. Once you call the first tech, you got to keep moving. I mean, really, as an official, right? You call the first tech.
Walk away.
Right? And then you got to keep moving. You got to keep moving.
We saw the one earlier this year where Sean Livingston got ejected, and the referee almost got up in his face.
Yeah.
Right? Where it, almost they're provoking. You feel like nowadays, like in professional sports, refs maybe get a little bit less of a spine than what they used to?
I think that some of them do target. I mean, obviously, they know players. I mean, the refs can turn and walk away sometimes, too. But as your teammates, you know, we just got KD back. Like, where are your teammates on this?
What was the magic word?
You still got to have selective hearing.
Well, when you're
right?
when you're a superstar, you're supposed to get that call. That's just an unwritten rule, right? So he got fouled because, you know, we've all been there. So me and Isaiah, we're not going to sit up here and ridicule Kevin because we've all been there. But that's clearly contact on the play. When you're a superstar and you got that chip, Isaiah, you're supposed to get that call.
And you're at home.
You're at home. So, you know, they talk about Kevin as the number one, number two player in the game. He's supposed to get that call. Because back when we played, you couldn't touch Isaiah. You couldn't touch Magic. You couldn't touch Charles. You couldn't touch Mike. So he's a superstar. You got to get that call right there.
Yeah, he got fouled clearly there. Wasn't happy. This is the part, Zeke, that you're talking about. Because obviously he gets teed up. I'm sure KD is talking a little bit walking away, but it seems like this isn't necessary, right?
What he should have did.
Yeah, when you get the first tee, the referee calls the first tee, then you got to walk away. You got to turn your back, walk away. And then the second thing you got to have is selective hearing, right? Sometimes you can't hear so good as an official as you walking away. You can't be waiting to see what the guy says so he can get the second
But
check.
don't you
gotta
think
walk
it's
away.
KD's job, too? You just got back. Like, you just are coming in the lineup. You're just getting your rhythm. Your team is playing well in the first half, and then you get thrown out.
Yeah, but when we look at KD, right, we don't see this from KD every night.
No.
So when KD has this kind of
legitimate
reaction, right, everybody knows, okay, something went wrong. And you as an official should know, like, KD doesn't act like this every night. So when this guy's really complaining, right, I got to take that into account that this is out of character. So this isn't, you know, so.
Right, it's not Boogie Cousins. I mean, you hate to say that, or Draymond or somebody who gets teed up on.
Not only that, though, if you're a ref and you want the guys to get your respect, sometimes you got to say something back. Like, there was a lot of referees that you say something, they give you a tech, but Jess Kersey and Steve Javie and Bob Delaney, they're going to let you have it back.
Yes.
Like, get out my face, Kevin, I'm going to give you another. So, you know, you got to let them know that you ain't soft. I heard you, I missed a call, gave you one, but I don't want to give you two. I ain't going to let you punk me, though.
Let's look at what's going on the other side, though, with Giannis and his teammates, the American Express teammates. 17 points for Giannis, 8 of 11 from the floor, I would say. Shaq, that's kind of efficient. I mean, we were talking about this actually before we just came on. He's one of the better players in the game, extremely talented. What did you like that you saw from him in the first half?
I asked one of my Hall of Fame people, guy who's a good friend of mine, actually one of my best friends. I said, can Giannis be great without a jump shot? He said no. Well, I had to say on national TV, I disagree with him. Giannis, you don't need no jump shot. This is what you need to do right here. Punish these little children in the paint. That's right. Put your head down and do what you do. Forget that little jump shot like all them other big wimps do. This is what you do. You go to the hole every time. If you're going to give me 17 points a half, I'll take that. Forget them jump shots and lowering your percentage. Do that's right. Bump them little kids out the way and throw it down. I think he can be one of the best players ever without a jump shot.
All right, I'll fess up. I was the one.
Like 2 minutes ago.
I like that.
It was me.
Yeah, like
you know why I like that? Because I'm a little bit jealous. Because back in our time, when we used to bring it up, they used to say, oh, pass it. But big guy that can put it down on the floor and be a guard, I love that. So, Giannis, good job, buddy.
Let's go to the Golden State side and talk about their offense. Ball movement's such a key. I know down here at the half, they won't have KD, who we'll talk about in a second, Candace, but what did you like that you saw of the ball movement in the first half, Zeke?
Well, you know, Shaq talked about San Antonio's system earlier in our show. And, you know, Golden State has a system also. And their system, you know, basically it's really old school passing game. You know, a Bob Knight, Lute Olson, you know, Dean Smith kind of offense where you pass, move, you cut, you find an open man. And, you know, it's an equal opportunity offense, but it requires constant movement, knowing your teammates, knowing where everyone is at. And it really requires, you know, screening, passing, cutting. As we'll see here, there's a screen, there's a cut, there's a pass, and there's a layup. I mean, this is their system, this is their style of play, and it's very difficult to scout because it's random offense. And, you know, Coach Knight always say the best way to play is with perfect randomness. And with that type of randomness in your offense, it's very difficult to scout, and Golden State is still playing with perfect randomness.
You know, Candace, we're breaking down a game at half, but big picture, it's about Golden State getting ready for that playoff run. So seeing KD in the first half and how he looked was going to be a factor. What did you notice about him on the floor?
Well, KD came out and was moving very well, had his rhythm early. You know, Zeke can talk about ball movement all you want, but when you have the top two player in the game right now, you can throw the ball to and get a bucket, get him to his spot, 6'10", he'll lull you to sleep, and then he gets the and one. You know, obviously, putting the ball on the deck, let him get to his left hand, which is a mistake, and got to the basket. You know, 4 assists in the first half, moving the ball. But KD is somebody that we saw last year close games, and he needs to be in rhythm going into playoffs, and him being ejected, that hurt them, I feel like.
Well, you already know now no KD in the second half. Maybe some tough sledding.
They don't need no KD?
They may. They may. Maybe they'll call him the general.
Forget that jumper, Giannis. Don't even practice your jumpers.